All right, let's see how many people are we having now. Okay, we have 10 people already. Okay, so I will start now because since this market research and also project model adjustment guideline will be recorded, so anyhow we can see the output. So I will start from now. Okay, so welcome everyone to the webinar of market research and project model adjustment. So this page will be conducted by me, MCP OGV, I say Malaysia term 1920. Okay, so yeah, so may I know, right, like all of you already read through the market research and project model adjustment booklet already? Is there anyone haven't read through it? Anyone? Yeah, sorry. Okay, so mean you all already read through, right? Không cao okay. So what are you talking about? Okay, already. Okay, so good job. Okay, so anyhow I will brief through with you again regarding what's the thing inside this guideline, and also step by step for market research and also project model adjustment as well. So I think just expectation, because I know sometimes I will speak really fast, so if you cannot catch me then let me know. Okay, then yeah, so I can start now. Okay, so for market research and also project model adjustment, it's actually under a strategy for OGV chain management. Okay, so I will remind you again for the bottom line. First of all, we maintain and nurture the lead or customers still in our funnel from visitor to approval. Get ready to convert them after outbreak, and also strengthen market understanding and winter pre-attraction, and also active and engaging network to create a chance, and actively engaging IR, maintain partnership together with OGV to nurture the lead, and also adjust the project model to fit with our EP persona. It's a win-win, and we put EP experience first. So for this market research and also project model adjustment is actually served for two things. So first of all, regarding strengthen market understanding and also winter pre-attraction is for market research, and also for project model adjustment guideline is for like actively engaging with IR, and how can we make sure that the project model is fit with our EP persona and ensure our EP experience. Okay, so if you can see the thing that mentioned in today's webinar is actually in the first block of the strategy is regarding market research and iGV project model adjustment. So it have three deliverable. First of all is the whole research, which is qualitative research and quantitative research. So and the second of all is product packaging, and the third one is project model adjustment. Okay, so this is the whole picture regarding the whole full step from step 1 to step 6 of market research and also iGV project model adjustment. So we can if you all know about if you already know about market research, right, so this one is the from step 1 to step 4 is actually the original one of market research, and then step 5 and step 6 is the one from iGV project model adjustment. Okay, so the flow will be first of all, okay, so when we talk regarding market research, right, first of all we need to know like where is our market, right? So market decision is for us to understand that like how many market we will go into research, and who are they and why and everything. So it's for us to like lock down the list of market that we go into research, and then we will not go like everywhere, because a lot of time, right, in the middle of the way we suddenly think that okay, maybe I want to have more research, I want to research in like another university, I want to research in our campus. So it should not be the thing that you like just rely in the middle of the way, but you need to make decision at the beginning. Okay, so this is the step 1, but it's not a official step, it's just like the pre-market research step. Okay, and the second of all is the whole quantitative research and qualitative research. So this one I already introduced this concept like 6 months ago for the previous previous term, and so this term as well. So this is the whole process regarding we gather the raw input from the stranger who hasn't been to exchange before, and also the returnee who have been on exchange before, to understand the pain, the gain, and the behavior. So in here is the process of collecting all the raw data, and then after that we go to step 3, which we have two things: buyer persona and UI and partnership. So from the raw data above, right, which is quantitative research and qualitative research, we will identify the customer persona, which is like who is our persona, okay, and then key partnership that we can utilize from. And then step 4 is identify the product packaging that fit with each of the customer persona, and also project that fit with our product package as well from our partner. And then after that we will move to the part regarding returnee feedback, which we understand the key start from the past EP with the projects. And then the last one is we utilize product packaging and returnee feedback, and then we bring the feedback from the past EP in the constructive way to adjust iGV project model with our partners. Okay, so now right, I will separate it out two parts. First of all is regarding market research, and the second of all is regarding iGV project model adjustment. Okay, so this one is the big picture regarding how is the whole process should look like. We have 6 steps in total. Okay, so first of all I will come back again with the concept of market research. Okay, so market research is a process of gathering and analyzing and interpreting information about market related to a product or service to be offered in that market, and about the past, present, and potential customer for the product or service. So yeah, this is the whole research is about like for us to really understand our customer, just that simple. Okay, and then as you all know, right, from the previous term we how to say apply these two methods into market research. First of all, quantitative research is the way that we quantify the problem by generating like a lot of data, like the numerical data or data that can transform into statistics, then we can analyze. Okay, then for qualitative research is to gain more understanding, the insight, and also the opinion, the reason or motivation, and to provide the qualified thing that we actually can turn into the action. Yeah, so each of the method will have their strength, and also we have their weaknesses as well. So for example, quantitative research can give us a lot of data, and then we can like analyze the statistic and also the pattern, right? But like maybe don't give us the exact thing that we can improvise in our process. But for qualitative research, right, we can understand exactly what is the thing that like our customer looking for, what is the thing that we should improve. But we might not get like that much of the response. So each of the method is have their own strength and weaknesses. So that's why we choose both of the like methodology for our market research so far. So for the quantitative research, you can see in here regarding what's either strength of it. So for example, for quantitative research, right, we will have more people, more data, and then that's why we will have wider and also bigger impact for our research as well. And also normally for quantitative research, right, we will use to Google Form or Typeform, which is the online platform to collect all the response. Okay, so this is really easy to see. And after we use that, right, we will use like some of the like analysis to Google Form or Microsoft Excel to analyze the inference. Okay, and then but like for quantitative research, right, normally we need to understand like how big is the response that we need to collect. So this is the example for you to understand how to actually set the goal for quantitative research, and based on the population size and also the sample size per margin of error. So for example, if you want the how to say the error is small, right, so which is you need to take the response higher compared to the option that like maybe the mistake should be higher. Yeah, so this one is regarding the quantitative research. Okay, and then for qualitative research, it's more about like we understand the stranger and returnee to conversation. Yeah, so it's more about like we have more freedom and also really depend on the answer of interviewer, and when we can follow and when we can explore the thing that deeply inside them. So this one will like allow us to really understand like inside of them, and also can bring us more like valuable input in order to improve our service. Okay, so so far, right, from the beginning until now, which is regarding strategy, the whole big picture of this strategy, and also regarding two type market research, right? So is there anyone have any problem, any question so far? Or you want to ask any like more detail in any step, you can also talk. Okay. Okay, if no, have me to put wave. Okay. Yeah, since this one is not the first time that I mentioned about qualitative research and so quantitative research, so some of you might know already. Then yes, I think I should proceed with the template. Okay, so in the slide 12, I put down the template already. Okay, so if you click in the template, it actually have 6 steps in total for market research. Okay, so I will only briefly only, because in here I already put down the explanation video for you, because this one is the one that I explained before how to fill in the market research. Yeah, so the first step, right, which is not an official step, which is we need to finalize the market, right? Yeah, so this is the like step by step that you need to do. Identify market that you should focus in your term. So for example, developing market, which is traditional market, and penetrating market, which is the new or exploring market. And then we understand the range of semester break, and also we understand the timeline as well. And then later on will be the whole understanding regarding like market size, value, and so volume as well, which we understand how in that market, right, which is, let's say Taylor University, how many faculty is currently having in Taylor University, and then in that faculty, right, so how many of them we actually can target for go on exchange in terms of GV. Yeah, because we might have some of the faculty we never can tackle them, for example, because they have a really short semester break, for example. Okay, and then in this time, right, we don't need to align with the goal alignment. So just to take note a bit, like regarding this time, we don't need to make clear the part regarding goal alignment, because in this time, right, the focus of us is more about understanding the market. But like the process before is we need to make sure that when we choosing the market, right, they are enough for us to generate the result. But in your current situation, right, we do market research for both summer peak and also winter peak, so you don't need to really care about the goal alignment. Okay, so this one is more about like help you to identify which market is actually a potential for you to penetrate. Yeah, because some of you might have a really long list of the campus, right? So this is a really good methodology for you to actually choosing them. So first of all, you can choose regarding private university, government university, pre-U, or yes, some of the other options as well. And then the second of all is regarding the distance, is like how long is it, and then with this distance, right, is reachability, the reachable or not. Okay, so for example, if you mark one, right, it means it's really far and unreachable. Okay, and then the second one is reachable, which is that like any it's a bit far but like you can reach. Okay, the third one is very convenient, which is like it's really near, you can travel 5 minutes, everything. Okay, and then the second of all is the stated, which they are the developing market or penetrating market. Okay, and then the third one is winter peak or summer peak or off peak. Okay, and then time feasibility is, for example, one is no timeline at all. Okay, the second one is need to skip class but they still can have time. Okay, the third one is full timeline for exchange, and then engagement is one is lost track, which we don't really have active how to say engagement with them. Two is approaching, which is on the way of approaching them. Third one is active engagement, which is already have a lot of conversation. And then yes, and then past EP is one is for no, which is you don't have any EP before. Yes, yeah, for sure, yes, for two. And then for feasibility is a model that like is automatically generate result for you. So for example, right in here you can see which market is more potential for you in order to target on them in case you have a lot of option. Yeah. So and in here is the whole thing that you need to identify regarding the university timeline. So for me, right, I would suggest for now you don't need to really focus on the timeline. You can feel it later on, but at least you need to identify which market you need to going to have market research. Okay, then this is the first step, right? As you see, this is the first step regarding market decision. And then the second step is regarding quantitative research and qualitative research. Okay. Okay, thank you. Someone is talking. Okay, so for the first step, right, I would remind you again, okay, regarding the key change compared to before. Okay, first of all, you no need to consider winter goal to consider how many market you need to research, which is in the template, right? We don't need to consider the goal alignment. Okay, and then the second of all is regarding the market, right? A lot of people tell me that like, should I research for my main campus only or our campus as well? So my answer is depend. And then it should be for both summer and winter peak, because first of all, winter is to make sure winter performance, and the second one is summer because our entity is a summer entity and this is the main peak. So with the current situation, right, you should start to prepare next summer from winter already. Okay, so it's both for summer and winter peak. Okay, and then the second of all is for quantitative research and qualitative research. Okay, so I will going to introduce you. Yeah. So first of all, we have quantitative research. Okay, so normally we should do we call as quantitative research should be the first one, but actually you can do quantitative research and qualitative research together. Okay, so in here is the quantitative research. So first of all, right, regarding how many response that you should collect from quantitative research, right? So please refer back to this model. Okay, and then the thing is in here is the question pool. So the first of all, you need to customize the question list based on the market. And also the second of all is create your own Google form or Type form and link the response spreadsheet to this market research pool. So this one is just a market pool for you, question pool for you to use only. Okay, but it's not something that like you can send directly for the respondent. Okay, so for example, from here, right, you sort out the question that like is suitable for your market, and then how to say the response of it, right, you link again with the market research. Okay, and then how many response I need to do, right, is refer back to this one again. Okay, so I will brief with you again regarding quantitative research. Okay, so in here, right, basically I have 9 area. Okay, the first of all is regarding personal question. So first of all is what are like your gender, multiple choice. So multiple choice is which they need to choose either one. Okay, and then where do you study? So for example, right, if your in here is if your LC have more than one market, right? For example, if let's say UNMC, you only want to how to say research on only UNMC, then you just delete this question. Okay, but maybe KP you have UUM, UNIMAP, and also you have AMS as well. So maybe you should keep this question, and then in order for you to identify which how to say which university are they from. Okay, year of study. This one also depend on like your university. For example, some of university have Form 6, some have foundation, some have like maybe the I don't know. So this one you need to customize based on years of study of your market. Okay, And then your faculty and major. So this one you need to customize based on the faculty and major of the market as well. Okay. And the next thing is regarding the whole thing for general question to actually understand the insight regarding like going approach and everything. And next is regarding the motivation of them. And then the whole thing regarding customer behavior. So in here, right, you should customize based on the channel of your market. So for example, right, let's say in Taylor, your uni have university portal, you have club, you have campus fair, data and everything. So try to list down as much as possible the option like the channel that like potentially the customer can get in touch with. Okay. And then next is regarding timeline understanding and so on only. Okay. And then ADG question, Isaac question and so on. And then this time, right, we have the special thing here is because currently for market research of OGV, we are including one more element which is you speak survey. Okay, so this is the thing that like from you speak team that needs support from us. So it's just including for 5 more question only. So it's also regarding multiple choice or check box. Okay, so this is the whole question that we indirectly to generate the insight of the youth, and then in order for us to make you speak forum in the upcoming September. So this one is not in the OGV market research, but this one is the support that like from OGV we should support you speak forum team. Okay. And then the last one is still final question. So remember, right, your LC should customize the question based on your LC context. And the second OE, don't forget to link the response of quantitative research in here. Okay. And then the next one is qualitative research. In qualitative research, right, we will separate into 2 types. Qualitative research for people who hasn't been to exchange before, and the second OE people who have been on exchange. So the reason why we need to have 2 of the background is for us to have various input. So for example, from like our returnee, which is the EP already have been on exchange, it's more about like letting us know, is it really the GV is actually really worth for the EP in this market or not, or what is the thing that like we should, what's the like benefit that they can get from GV, for example, and so on. But like the one that like hasn't been on exchange, you can get more information in order to understand what's kind of like thing that you should going to sell for them and so on. So this one is more really in deep regarding what's the customer insight that we are having. Yeah. So this one, right, normal for this one we should conduct the interview or focus group in order to understand. Yeah. So for now, right, because due to coronavirus we cannot doing interview like physically, but we still can do like interview to like digitally. For example, you have a like schedule with them, and then we have interview like online only, and then or maybe we can have the focus group like we have an online conversation with a small group of people to listen their point of view and everything. Okay. And then in here is a whole list for you to actually understand how to prepare the space to actually get the qualitative research. Okay. Yeah. So so far, right, for the market research template from the final market list to quantitative research and qualitative research, right, is there any question so far? Okay, I give you 2 minutes 1 minute to digest. Okay. Okay, if you don't have any question, just have me to put wave. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so just remind you again, right, the key change is, so because due to coronavirus we will conduct qualitative research to online platform, okay, online auto interview or online focus group, okay. And quantitative research, we will add on the question for national youth speak forum, then we can utilize to understand youth insight, okay. All right, so after that is the whole thing regarding buyer persona and also UR relation, UR and also partnership. So buyer persona is more about how to say, after you conduct the research already, right, you will identify the buyer persona that we are having. So for us, right, normally we will based on faculty or course that they are having, because majority of our EP they will have the behavior based on the course of study, because they are the one that like the main concern of them is what is the thing that they will going to do after graduate, no? And then in here, right, we will separate into 4 areas. Demographic, which is course of study, year of study, age, and also timeline, okay. Behavior is so for example, what kind of channel, what kind of activity, and where they hang out. So for those kind of things, right, you can easily understand from the behavior and channel question from quantitative research and qualitative research, okay. So basically you just take out the raw input from qualitative research and quantitative research and then put in here, then you already have the behavior and also the pain and the gain of them as well. So the thing is, normally for this step, right, you should how to say, especially for you as if you are LCVP, this step you should not do alone. So normally this step you should do with around 2 or 3 people at least, to actually combine the data from quantitative research and qualitative research, and then you put out into the buyer persona, okay. And then for UR and partnership, right, so normally we will base on first of all, we base on the UR history, what kind of initiative, what kind of deliverable that we have before already, okay. The thing is, we should understand what is the thing that happened in the past, and then the thing that we should continue in the future as well. So those kind of activity, normally you should ask your predecessor last year, term 18-19 or even term 17-18 as well, okay. Then the second of all is you list out partnership, what kind of collaboration activity that you should have as well. So normally, right, the partnership should the partnership insight should go should take from the behavior and channel. So for example, right, if I know that like normally, as let's say business student, they usually attend a lot of club activity, and then they are the influencer of them is maybe their senior or maybe the lecturer. So first of all, partnership you can think about is partnership with the club that like the business administration student normally attend, okay. Activity maybe is about organize an event with them, okay. And then maybe regarding lecture is maybe you have lecture bashing, for example, and maybe the sharing the endorsement from lecture, yeah. So this is regarding the partnership, and then after that we have the whole thing regarding plug and play and also the product packaging one, okay. So this one is a bit complicated, but is how to say, if you identify this one, right, it's really easy for you to identify the later one, and this is the core thing of market research as well. So basically the market segmentation is the thing that like you identify here, right, identify in the buyer persona, okay. And then the thing that you need to do is you need to map out this picture with the product packaging, which have country, which have project, value propositioning, and also UR partnership that you should offer for the EP as well, okay. So for example, let's say in Taylor you have buyer persona is, let's say business administration year 2, okay. Maybe the pain of them is the pain of them is maybe they don't really have like for example much like experience before, or maybe they afraid about safety when they go on exchange, okay. But maybe the gain of them is they looking for practical experience, okay. Then maybe the country you choose is maybe in ASEAN Pacific because it's really safe, okay. And then the project is maybe I choose the country in Vietnam or Indonesia, okay. But maybe I choose the project is regarding like entrepreneurship project in Indonesia, for example, because those kind of project is really how to say, can give them the practical experience in terms of startup, in terms of business, Okay, value propositioning is maybe practical experience as entrepreneur. Okay, you are in partnership, maybe you can set partnership with business club in Taylor, for example. So this is the whole thing that you do plug and play, that you identify the product packaging from the market segmentation. Okay, and then the thing is, for sure you will concern that like, so where can I take those kind of project, right? So now the project is still available in this tool for IR. So when after you have the market segmentation, right, you should search for the project in this tracker. So this is the IR tracker of 1920 term. So for now it's still active. And then if you go here, right, so the first tab is the whole dashboard. So you can actually see which entity is currently partnership with Isaac Malaysia. Then the whole thing regarding where, yes, so for example which LC you should partnership with as well. Yeah, so this is the whole thing that like you can see, and this is the search tool. Okay, and then the thing that you need to do is this one. I think that I need your attention. Okay, so first of all, choose the project. The second of all is fill in the project that fit your product package, which is the one that like align with the product packaging here, into your LC tab. Okay, currently we have a lot of LC tab here. Okay, and the third one is really it linked with the thing later on is regarding iGV project model adjustment. Okay, so in here I have another tab regarding example of iGV project model adjustment. So it's separate into two parts. So the first part is regarding the whole information about the project, right? So this one is exactly the same with the thing that like all of your LC is having. Okay, but the thing that you need to add on is the second part, which is the red part in here. So later on I will guide you how to like go with this kind of process, but you need to understand that between project market research and also project model adjustment, they have the link is actually this one. Okay, so far regarding market research, right, as a whole, do you have any question for me so far? I can give you around 2 minutes to read through again, then we can move on with iGV project model adjustment. Okay. Another thing I forgot to tell you is actually the output. So this one is just in a proper way, in a beautiful way, you can transfer the product packaging from here to here only. So they are not much different. Okay, but like the thing that you should focus more is regarding the plug and play one. Okay, so we can have around 2 minutes to digest. Any question? Wow, it seems like everyone's still familiar with this market research already. If you don't have any question, help me to put wave, okay? Alright, so just a bit tip, right? So normally when I run market research, even at LC level, so normally I will make it into 14-day challenge. Okay, so you should only do market research in 14 days only. So if you have market research around 1 month or 2 months, it should be the problem already. So normally I will break down into three three part. Okay, the first part is maybe you need to have at least one meeting to actually have training for members to know how to do market research and final market decision together with each other, and also survey customization. You remember, right, we have quantitative research, right, and then you need to customize it, and also response channel setup, which kind of channel you will going to have the response as well. So for example, you blast to WhatsApp, you send to email, or you ask for support from the lecturer, for example. Okay, and then the thing is at least one meeting for training and role delegation. So for example, right, you need to delegate the role, how many people and from which sub-department we're going to have response, for example, response gathering from quantitative research. Maybe quantitative research should go for marketing team, for example, because they are the one that familiar with the digital channel already. Okay, but for qualitative research, right, maybe for sales and CXP, so maybe for the returning response collection, right, so normally will be the CXP, and then for the, how to say, stranger who have never been to exchange before, maybe the role of CX, the sales. Okay, and then yeah, so just in fact, right, if you want to how to say take more into consideration regarding the faculty and everything, right, you can use back again the market role report for market decision. Okay, and then you have around 1 week to actually do response gathering. So you only should fix 7 days to actually respond. So normally in this area, right, you should set clear PA for the member, how many response that you should collect from which faculty and everything. So for the member, they have really clear what is the thing that they should striving for in this 7 days. Okay, and then after that you should have at least 1 meeting to actually doing by persona, you are in partnership, plug and play, and also product packaging. Yeah, so this one is the really important meeting. Why? Because normally, right, this one you should not do it alone, especially for FCVP or director, but like normally you should how to say gather together at least 3 people to actually how to say analyze the response and then put down the consolation to by persona, plug and play, and everything as well. Okay, so this is the tip that normally I did for the market research, and also I guide for my my FCVP as well. Okay, all right, so this is regarding the market research. So far, is any question? Okay, so I will go to the part that you might concern a lot is regarding iGV project model adjustment, right? Okay, so first of all, just to introduce my background. So my background, I joined ISAC from 2015, and I have been to VP OGV, VP iGV, VP PD for iGV, MCVP iGV, and also MCB OGV now. So basically, this is the initiative that actually I get through my experience of doing between OGV and iGV. So I will start this how to say this guidance to understanding your customer, right? Okay, so I put down here is Irene. So Irene now is not Vietnamese, but she is Malaysian. Okay, so she is 20 years old, and also she is very typical Malaysian, which is she a development seeker. Okay, and then okay, as Irene, her expectation for GV is, first of all, right? Okay, this one you need to help me to validate again. Okay, okay. So normally, as a Malaysian, right, you really want everything to be well organized, right? Which is, for example, right, you need to have clear schedule before, you need to have clear communication. Is there anything that like need to change? You need to get informed like before, right? And then logistic arrangement need to be very clear. For example, like where should I stay, or what kind of transportation are we going to take, right? So as a Malaysian, I really want the project to be well organized. So this is the first thing, right? Is it true? If it's not true, let me know. Okay. And the second point, as development seeker, right, I will seeking for as much development as I can. Is it okay? So the first thing that like I am like my facing a lot in a lot of GV project is the JD is super, how to say, simple. So a lot of time, right, from iGV side, they afraid that like the EP will, how to say, feel hard, the EP might not enjoy the job. So that's why they choose the JD is very simple. But a lot of time this is the frustration of EP from Malaysia, because they are the one that really love to have more task, challenging task, and also with the clear working hours. Because for them, right, they seeking for GV at development space of them. Okay, and then they will more happy if they have the like coaching space or evaluation space with the OC team or OP taker as well. Okay, and then I extremely love those kind of projects that have trainee from professor and also partner. Okay, so this is the thing that like as I see generally Malaysian EP that they are having. So do you see anything in here is mismatched with your EP normally, or is there anything that like you see as common of Malaysian EP? You can share with me as well. Is there any have any input? Okay, so okay, the reason why I told you regarding 1% of our EP, right? The reason is especially I see a lot of frustration from your FC is a lot of time, right, through those kind of small thing only, it make your EP feel not satisfied regarding the experience. For example, right, from iGV side, they don't have really clear schedule. A lot of time, right, they just send the schedule for the EP on during IPS, and maybe during IPS they just know that like who they will teach, and then who they will work with, and then the whole thing regarding transportation and accommodation, right, it's really reactive. The EP like just like didn't really get informed well regarding the change in terms of accommodation and whole transportation. And the second of all is regarding their learning. The change is super simple, and they don't have any evaluation space, and also maybe they don't even have any training as well. Okay, but right, okay, in as someone already have iGV experience, right, for to be honest, in order to ensure those kind of thing for the EP, right, it's very easy. But the frustration thing as iGV is from OGV, maybe you really rarely share this kind of thing for iGV. So okay, so the thing is, you know that your strength is you understand this is the EP frustration, right? You should share with iGV in order for them to adjust their model in order to make sure EP experience. Okay, yeah. So this is the whole intention why I put one of the tactics is regarding iGV project model adjustment. Okay, yeah. So with this Irene, another thing is as Malaysian, right? Okay, and especially around 80% of our EP is actually Chinese Malaysian, right? Okay, so they are the one is, for example, right, the project fee is 100 US dollar. Okay, but between the two project, the same project fee is 100 US dollar, right? The first project 100 US dollar equal with accommodation and also food. Okay, and the second project, right, is accommodation, food, how to say, culture day, like city tour, regarding social impact day, and also maybe gift and everything, right? So which kind of project they will choose? For sure they will choose the second one, right? Because for sure the list of benefit is longer, right? Is it? Okay, a lot of time, right, actually we don't know those kind of things. They think that, for example, like city tour or social impact day or regarding culture day or like global village is super simple. So normally they don't show those kind of things out. But for sure, if iGV show those kind of things out, right, the EP will for sure have more interest. Okay, can you help me to confirm this kind of thing? Because as I know, right, Chinese Malaysian, they really get triggered with this kind of thing. Okay, so in here, right, I will separate into 3 areas that you should focus when you consider project adjustment for iGV. And in here, right, is including the customer flow that you should change and also you should adjust as well. Okay, so in here I have 3 areas. So okay, first of all, right, when we thinking about iGV project, okay, so Irene here is our EP, right? So okay, Irene will care more about this project when, okay, the thing is, as project fee, right, as I told you before, project fee should list down as detailed as possible the benefit that Irene can get in the booklet or extra. So for example, right, accommodation, food, IPS, coaching space, review space, additional training, city tour, culture day, cooking day, social impact day. This list as long as possible. Okay, so this one should enhance the attraction and consideration. Which is, okay, iGV, you need to introduce this one is something that cover in 100 US dollar. Okay, then the EP will feel this 100 US dollar is more valuable for sure. Okay, but the second layer is Irene will have good experience when. Okay, so the most important thing in here is organizing part. which is, first of all, you need to have clear schedule, and as soon as possible need to send for the EP, and at least 1 week ahead. So for example, right, normally our EP want to prepare everything ahead, right? So iGV should send the project schedule 1 week before every activity, 1 week before realization. For example, first week, right, they should send the schedule of the second week already, then the EP will not feel reactive. Second point is clear communication, which is weekly quick meeting to communicate all the change. For example, change in terms of like the PIC of the project, change in of school, change in terms of JD and everything, right? And also proper communication channel set for the urgent information as well. Because the thing is, the EP is really hard regarding some, for example, right, today suppose I should have one class, right, but suddenly the OC just said that like the class already cancelled. The EP will feel not happy at all, because I going here to learn and also to develop and also to make impact, but like, yeah, so this kind of thing is really unprofessional. Okay, and the third one is logistic communication ahead regarding transportation and accommodation as well. So normally, right, I think just now, it's not just now, but like 1 week before I get information, it's not a case from PNAC, I think, yes, regarding accommodation, right? So basically accommodation is covered from iGV side, but the thing is accommodation keep changing every time, like every week they keep changing the accommodation. So even regarding XVP, right, from iGV they are still okay, but regarding EP certification, right, they will feel not okay, because they keep changing regarding host family to hostel and also to dorm, in order to adapt with the new environment, right? It takes more time for the EP as well. Yeah, so this is the thing that at least you need to make sure to ensure that Irene will have good experience. Okay, and then Irene will even happier when, so this is the unit the selling part that iGV should have. This is regarding 7, 20 and 10 model. Is anyone know about this model already? 7, 20 and 10 model. Is anyone know about this model? Let me know. Huh? Yeah, WNC. Yes, 7, 10 and also 20 and 10, right? Yeah, it's more about like how can like the, how to say, the model of learning that actually can how to say help us to learn the most. Okay, so we start from 10, right? Yeah, so for 10 it's about lecture and so note and learning, right? This is the thing that like extremely can be the thing that help for the EP majority of the time as well, because if the iGV have training from some professor or from partner, right? For example, the project regarding entrepreneurship project, right? Maybe they have the training from the real startup. So for sure, this is the thing that our EP really love already. Yeah, because they have the training from professor, and then for sure they can gain a lot of things. Okay, and the 20 thing is coaching and evaluation. So they need to ensure that they have the evaluation and also coaching space from OC or OP taker, because for sure they don't know that what is the thing that they should improvise, what is the thing that they should do in order to like do it better. Yeah, because like the thing I see as EP from Malaysia is they super passionate with the thing that they are doing. Yeah, they want to do it until the end, commit until the end. But like the thing is, when they have coaching and evaluation, right, for sure they can learn more things that even that they can think about. Okay, and then 70%, which is practical experience. This one need to be very straightforward iGV, because a lot of time the task, the training is super simple. So the thing is, you need to let iGV know that our EP should have more challenging tasks, which is, for example, right, instead of just teaching English, maybe you can allow them to have the space regarding preparing the syllabus, or maybe organizing some like practical space for the student, for example. Then for sure they will have more learning already. Yeah, so this is the 3 column that normally you can give the picture for iGV to do. Okay, so for the first one, right, like how the EP can care more, which is few more object. So normally it will involve in attraction and consideration, which is XBAR and also booklet or during interview, right? iGV should mention about this kind of thing. Okay, and then for the how can Irene have good experience, right? Normally it will depend on preparation and experience, which is during preparation, right? IGV should like send really clear booklet regarding preparation for the project schedule and everything before, and also the whole experience as well, to make sure communication and also logistic arrangement as well. Okay, and then 70, 20 and 10 model, right? Normally it's about consideration and experience. So during consideration, right, during interview, IGV should show that this is the model that like IGV is offered to ensure the EP is having good experience and also create impact for society, and also ensure during the experience part as well. It doesn't mean that like, okay, you communicate this kind of thing, right, but you cannot like make sure for the EP then it's about integrity, no? Okay, and the most important one is everything need to be showcased, because maybe IGV side they have this kind of thing, right, but they never showcase for the EP, and then maybe the EP don't feel how to say connect, or they don't feel attract with this kind of project. Okay, so for me this is a win-win situation. It's not just about how can we make sure EP experience, but also how can we ensure that IGV project can be as attractive as possible. Okay, so far regarding understand your customer, right, and also the whole 3 column that some of the suggestion that I give for you, right? Do you have any questions so far? Lydia, you have question?
No.
Okay, yeah, so but this is regarding, okay, this is true observation of 2 years, because last year as IGV and this year at OGV that I see in like OGV like EP from Malaysia as well, and then this is the thing that I see that is really to change from IGV. So when you doing project model adjustment, right, you should adjust to these 3 areas as well. Okay, all right, so I will move on to the SOP you can do as well. Okay, so you remember, right, just now we finished market research to product packaging, right, and then from product packaging we have returnee feedback and also IGV project model, right? Do you know why we need to have returnee feedback? So for example, right, to product packaging I choose Vietnam 3D project in Vietnam, and then why I need to get feedback from returnee that went to Vietnam 3D project from Vietnam already. Anyone know why? Let me know. Anyone have any idea?
So we can suggest to the project team what is the good thing that they can keep, and then what is the bad thing that they can improve.
Yeah, so okay, it's good already. Yeah, okay, so this is the really simple thing that we can take. Okay, so in order for the IGV to improve, right, we need to get the real contact, real, how to say, real thing that from our EP already experienced. What is the good thing, what is the not good thing that IGV can improve, right? Okay, thank you, Lee Ting, a lot. Yes, for sure it's about returnee feedback. Anyhow, we need to take their experience from the real EP, because for sure if you have never been to that project, you will never know what's happened in that project already. Okay, so first of all, right, back again with the product packaging, right, so normally you will finish market research by the list of the project, right, and then through that kind of project, right, okay, so a lot of people concerned, right, okay, so through coronavirus, so how can I know which project will be open, which project will not be open? Okay, so just for your information, right, normally the project from IGV, right, will open both for summer and winter, so no matter what, especially for national project, so you don't need to really care regarding will this project they will open on this winter peak or summer peak. For sure they will open. It's just about now they didn't open on extra maybe because of coronavirus, but like you don't need to worry about it. Okay, and the second step is you need to get feedback from returnee regarding what went well, even better if. So in here is I would suggest you go with 4 categories. Okay, first of all is regarding logistics. So how is it going on with accommodation, transportation and visa support as well. Okay, the second one is regarding work preparation, JD, working hour, development space and training. Yeah, what is the thing that went well and what is the thing that should be improvised. Okay, and then IGV-LC is more about communication, professionalism, supporting system. Are they, how to say, support you all the time, or are they ignore you all the time? For example, even it's not the thing that in standard, but it should be the thing that like can help the EP have better experience, right? Is it? And then LC service, for example, culture day, SIM card give it extremely good, and then the EP feel that okay, the EP have a lot of benefit. So this is something that I can take as a what went well as well. And then the third step is should be have consolidation. So you should map out things to improve and suggest and add on. Yeah, because the thing is maybe some of the feedback is not really constructive. For example, right? Some of the EP feedback that how to say, during IPS, after IPS I want to go to the bar, but IGV don't go with me. Then you understand that it's not a constructive feedback, right? Yeah, you should filter a bit to understand what is the thing that like you should give for IGV and what is the thing that like this is the common sense and this is just the EP opinion. Okay, so you should filter it out, and I would suggest, right, you filter it and also create the model in these three columns as I give in here regarding how to make the EP care more about the project, how to ensure the EP could have good experience, the EP will even happier in here. Okay, and then next is regarding align with IGV. Okay, so before the space, right, you should make sure this kind of thing. First of all, the objective. IGV should understand the objective is to improve the quality of project and success from OGV to ensure EP experience. And then how can we make the project is more attractive for the EP? Yeah, this one is super win-win situation already. Okay, and then the next one is ensure that before the space you need to have the list of projects will be discussed in the space and let the IGV know. For example, you set the space with FGU HCMC from Vietnam, right? Then you need to know, okay, so in this space we will go into review Vietnam 3D, Global Navigator, and also maybe Chain Giver. Yeah, so you should not like only go to the space and then tell the IGV, okay, today I want to adjust this project, and then tomorrow I want to adjust this project. Sometimes it will how to say, create a lot of troublesome for IGV. Okay, and then who should join from IGV? LCVP is optional, and also OCP project is must to have, and also IRPIC is must to have as well. Okay, the reason why we need to have OCP project is because they are the one that ensure organizing part and also 70, 20 and 10 model. Okay, IRPIC is for sure because this is the II initiative, right? And another one is regarding how IGV can understand how to make their project to be more attractive. You understand? Okay. And then for OGV, LCVP is optional, IRPIC is must to have, and CXP-PIC optional as well. So IRPIC is for sure the one that bring the whole idea for IGV already. CXP optional is about because normally CXP the one that understand the returning inside. What is the thing that normally our EP care about? Okay, LCVP is more about like, okay, they can moderate the whole picture, and then maybe some of the important partnership, right, you should bring LCVP as well, it's nicer. Okay, and then this is some of the things that I suggest that you should including in the agenda as well. Okay, so you should start with the wrap up of product packaging. You should introduce what is the product packaging that you have for your LC, and then the project according to that product package. Yeah, because for sure if you want to do something, you should tell the reason why, right? And then the second thing is you should do project by project, but you should give OGV input first, thing to improve and suggest the add-on. Okay, and then from IGV they should ask for clarification. Okay, and then after that we have the whole consolidation regarding what to keep in the project, what they should stop. Okay, and then what is the thing that they should start. Okay, and then what need to what they need more time for discussion. For example, right, regarding maybe need more discussion in order to find out whether they can have how to say partner training, because normally they cannot make decision at the point of time. So you should put down what is the thing that they should have more time to discussion as well, and call to action. Maybe by when they should confirm that how to say the project will be have training, okay, and then the deadline for everything as well. Okay, so this is the whole thing regarding iGV project model adjustment, right? And then ensure that every single thing that you do, right, you record it down. For example, right, you choose this project already. Ensure that, like, first of all, you put down the returning feedback here, feedback consolidation, which is the thing that you will bring for iGV, thing to adjust, which is the thing that like you do keep stop start, okay. And then if you done the project model adjustments way with iGV regarding this project already, you just mark it done, okay. Yeah, so far is anyone have any question regarding the project iGV project model adjustment?